Lauren, I've brought some snacks. Let's have some coffee. My mother-in-law returned from shopping and handed me a bag full of peanut snacks. What? Something wrong? I'm allergic to peanuts. Oh. Was that so? Sorry. Despite knowing I'm allergic, my mother-in-law intentionally buys peanut snacks. Her blatant harassment has been exhausting. My name is Lauren, a 29-year-old housewife. I originally met my husband Jack at work, where he was my senior. Our relationship grew through work, and we eventually got married. I quit my job and moved in with Jack's parents. Initially, I thought living with his kind parents would be manageable. However, my mother-in-law's attitude changed over time. Since you're the daughter-in-law, you should do all the household chores. What? Got a problem? You're a housewife, aren't you? It's only natural since Jack is providing for you. Ah, yes. Even though my mother-in-law had promised to share household duties before our marriage, suddenly, it all fell on me. While she helps out when Jack and my father-in-law are around, during weekdays, when it's just the two of us, she dumps all the chores on me. If it were only that, it would have been better. When you wipe with water, make sure to dry it as well, or you'll leave water spots. Understood. Okay, redo it from scratch. Yes. My mother-in-law constantly criticizes my cleaning, forcing me to redo everything if she finds any spot she dislikes. It's surprising you even considered becoming a housewife. You hardly did any bridal training. It's a nuisance having someone like you marry into the family. Sorry. Learn the household chores faster, will you? Yes. While I clean, my mother-in-law lounges around watching TV, occasionally throwing complaints or sarcastic remarks my way. Before marriage, my mother-in-law was kind, so I was bewildered by how much she changed after we started living together. Why are you still cleaning there? It's nearly evening. Haven't you done the shopping yet? No, I haven't yet. Hurry up and finish so you can go buy groceries for dinner. Understood. Every day, I'm overworked and criticized by my mother-in-law. However, when Jack or my father-in-law is around, she stops all complaints and sarcasm, pretending nothing's wrong. When they return from work, she brightly says, "Welcome back. Dinner is ready, even though I was the one who cooked. Today, I tried making clam chowder. How is it?" "Yeah, it's good. This soup is unusual for us. My mother-in-law usually only makes vegetable soup. So my father-in-law seemed surprised when clam chowder was served. I thought I'd expand my repertoire. So I learned how to make it from Lauren." Right, Lauren? My mother-in-law looked at me with a piercing gaze. Ah, yes. That's nice. I couldn't admit that I made it, forced to go along with her story. My mother-in-law pretends she does all the household chores herself. Oh, did you rearrange the decor? It looks cleaner. Yes. With the family growing, I thought I'd tidy up a bit. That's nice. In reality, under my mother-in-law's orders, I had moved and organized heavy items by myself during the day. Without realizing it, Jack sometimes admonished me. "Don't push all the chores onto my mom. You should be more proactive. You're a housewife." Deceived by my mother-in-law's act, Jack was fooled. Unable to speak the truth, all I could do was endure. Taking advantage of my silence, my mother-in-law's harassment only escalated. Today, I'll go shopping. It was unusual for my mother-in-law to offer to shop, so I wondered what was up. Then, a few minutes later, she returned and said, "Lauren, I've brought some snacks. Let's have coffee," and she handed me the snacks. It was the first time Mom had bought snacks for me. And I wondered why she was being so kind today. Ah, thank you. However, I was shocked when I looked inside the shopping bag. What? What's wrong? Grinning, my mother-in-law peered into my face. I'm allergic to peanuts. Oh. Was that so? Sorry. Despite my mother-in-law knowing about my peanut allergy, she deliberately bought only peanut snacks. If I had eaten them by mistake, it would have been disastrous. Sorry. My mother-in-law chuckled continuously, seemingly amused by harassing me. I was fed up with her behavior. One day, while I was out shopping, my mother-in-law called. Yes, hello? My hand slipped and I accidentally dropped a flower pot from the balcony onto your car. Sorry about that. It wasn't on purpose, so forgive me, okay? I won't compensate though. I'm currently driving, you know? What? So, I'm out shopping in my car right now. Which means the car you dropped the flower pot on must be Jack's, right? What? No way. It seemed my mother-in-law intended to harass me by dropping the flower pot onto a car. But she mistakenly dropped it on Jack's car instead. Please check again. I could hear my mother-in-law panicking and rushing down the stairs over the phone. No way, it's true. The colors are the same and they look quite similar. It's understandable that you couldn't tell them apart from above. Wait a minute. Why is Jack's car here? Your car is always parked here. Why today of all days? That day, Jack had taken a day off and said he wouldn't use the car. So I swapped our usual parking spots to make parking smoother. It was a good thing I did. What am I supposed to tell Jack? My mother-in-law hadn't anticipated that it would be Jack's car. She was visibly flustered. I had to struggle to hold back my laughter. You can say the same thing you told me. Just say it wasn't on purpose and apologize, and I'm sure Jack will forgive you. Apologizing won't fix this. It's Jack's car. That really made me angry. So, it's okay to do whatever to my car as long as you apologize? Of course. You don't even work. So you being cheeky enough to have your own car is outrageous. You don't even need a car. What about Jack? He uses his car for commuting every day. What will he do for work tomorrow? It's a punishment for trying to harass me. You deserve it. I said it wasn't on purpose. It's pretty obvious that it was. Enough. I can't talk to you. My mother-in-law hung up the phone. Curious about what happened next, I cut my shopping short and headed home. When I arrived home and saw Jack's car, the windshield was shattered. Much worse than I imagined. Jack really liked his car and used it daily for work. So I worried he would be very upset. I hurried inside. Ah, welcome back. Despite my worries, Jack was as usual. My father-in-law was also acting normal. So they probably didn't know about the car yet. I decided not to tell Jack immediately and confronted my mother-in-law first. Mother, haven't you said anything about the car? The car? What about it? My mother-in-law feigned ignorance. Jack's car. Are you planning to keep quiet about it? You're saying I damaged Jack's car? What? I was speaking quietly so Jack wouldn't hear. But suddenly my mother-in-law raised her voice. Hearing that, Jack asked, "What happened to my car?" Apparently, Lauren damaged your car. Mother, seriously? It seemed my mother-in-law was planning to blame it all on me. Is that so? I'll go check. Jack hurried to the entrance. It's his precious car, after all. You're going to get in trouble. My mother-in-law smirked. What is this? Jack's voice came from outside, unable to hide his shock at the state of his car. Why has it turned out like this? After checking the car, Jack then confronted me. Don't be too mad. Lauren didn't mean any harm, and she said she'll compensate. What? I was appalled by my mother-in-law's selfishness. That's unavoidable, but why is the windshield shattered by a flower pot? What happened? Jack seemed more puzzled than angry. Lauren, did you do this on purpose? Mother, enough is enough. I had reached my limit. Hearing our commotion at the entrance, my father-in-law came over. What's this? It's terrible. Right? Lauren was the one who did it. What? Really? Everyone turned to look at me. Then, I said, there's something I want everyone to hear. And took out my cell phone. I started playing a recorded conversation. It was the call my mother-in-law had just made to me. Actually, I had prepared for this moment, fearing future harassment. I had bought a voice recorder and installed an app to record phone calls. And it paid off today. Hey! What is this about? My mother-in-law tried to grab my phone, but my father-in-law stopped her. Just be quiet. My phone had recorded the sound of the pot falling from the balcony. And my mother-in-law's panicked voice upon realizing it hit Jack's car. Seeing my mother-in-law's defeated slump, Jack and my father-in-law looked furious after hearing the entire conversation. Mom, what's this all about? You just said Lauren did it, didn't you? Well, that's... Confronted by the two, my mother-in-law looked like she might burst into tears any moment. Why did you even take the pot from the entrance to the balcony? Were you really trying to damage Lauren's car on purpose? No. That's when I revealed all the harassment my mother-in-law had subjected me to. So that was it. Sorry for not noticing sooner. I'm really sorry. Upon learning everything, they both apologized to me. My mother-in-law stayed silent, looking down. I can't live with Mom anymore. I'm moving out of this house. What? I don't want to see your face for a while. Oh no. It's only right. You have no right to stop this. I'm sorry. I'll apologize. It's too late. It's a shame, especially now that we're expecting a grandchild. Grandchild? Indeed, I found out a few days ago that I was pregnant. I had told Jack. But we were planning to surprise our parents and hadn't told them yet. What? You're pregnant? I didn't intend to announce it this way, but since we're leaving, I thought I should tell you at the end. I can't believe it. My mother-in-law, who had been looking forward to a grandchild, was even more disheartened when she learned of my pregnancy. So you won't let me see the baby once it's born? Of course. After what you've done, we can't trust you not to harm her. I won't do anything. You've been horrible to Lauren. We can't trust you. Jack shouted, and my mother-in-law had no reply. It's a shame, but it's your own fault. This is what happens when you engage in such foolishness. I'm sorry. My mother-in-law begged for forgiveness repeatedly. But considering everything she had done, I couldn't forgive her. I can't forgive you. Oh no. Afterwards, Jack and I moved out and started our own life. My mother-in-law seemed to remain depressed. staying in her room and hardly doing any household chores, often arguing with my father-in-law. As for me, being away from my mother-in-law allowed me to finally live peacefully. Thanks to that, I was able to give birth to a healthy baby girl as planned. We rented a house near my parents, where I could raise my child safely and happily. And she's growing up well. Our days are calm and filled with happiness. Later, my mother-in-law sent apology letters and emails, showing she was reflecting on her actions. Seeing this, I decided to let her meet her granddaughter. I was prepared to cut ties again at any hint of unpleasantness. But my mother-in-law seemed to understand and didn't say anything inappropriate. Now, I'm even considering visiting her occasionally.